What's goody? I'm back. I've been gone, I just came back with my last video, but I just realized that I never got to explain what actually went on these past 3 months. As I'm telling you guys about my story, I'm gonna tell you guys things that I learned these past 3 months. So it's not just gonna be some story time life update or whatever like that, okay? I graduated EMT school. As a civilian, there's a lot of things that I realized. I had a rude awakening during EMT school. This is something you guys can learn from. I had a small class and it was full of capable people. Like the guy who was a firefighter once, he just wanted to renew his license. There was a girl that wanted to be a doctor. She already had like 2 degrees and stuff like that. A military guy, he had like experience. My whole class was capable and I'm class leader, right? I'm class leader and I'm a civilian. I don't know shit. See, all right, this is one thing you guys can learn. My whole thing is that I don't care how dumb I look, especially when I'm in class. Like, I don't care how stupid I look. I'm going to ask questions or I'm gonna look dumb so that I know the answer. That's just my whole thing. Like, I don't care. I'll look dumb for 10 seconds, but I'll know the answer and I'll know how to do it right. I always thought like maybe somebody else needs to know that. So I'll be the one to look dumb so that they could learn. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of the question. I was like, you're my class leader and you're like kind of, like how long are you guys studying? Pointed me out and I said 4 hours every day. Like, that's not enough. If you're gonna get into this, you gotta dedicate it, because I'll tell you right now, 4 hours is not enough. He was telling the truth. So I decided to literally go all in. That was my second job. I would study in the beginning, the first half of school. I studied almost 6 to 8 hours every day. Obviously, like, I'd study for maybe 1 hour 45 minutes and then have like a 5 to 10 15-minute break. That became my life. I couldn't hang out with girls, and it's honestly the worst time. It's always the worst times when I'm not available, like when females want to try to come and chill and like I'm attracting all these girls and all this stuff like that. We had that thing, but it's like we can never seem to agree on a time to hang out or anything like that, because I was just so busy. And so she moved on, and it's all good. I wish her happiness and luck. But it's like, my more of this story, right? Why am I telling you all of this? Is because there's something that you have to take so seriously. You got to put your all into it. And I wrote down in my goals, become class leader, and my other goal was be at the top of my class. So imagine with all these capable people that already know basically this stuff. They're civilians too, but me being a civilian and not knowing shit about emergency medical, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna come in here and be on the top of my class. I had to put in some serious work, and in the end I didn't get to be on the top of my class, but be able to hold my own with these people that are more capable than me is, it's an honor in itself. And I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to be team leader and a class leader. We build bonds. But the moral of the story is that when you really want something, you gotta write your goal and really sacrifice for it. You're gonna lose things, and it's just only been 3 months. It was only 3 months, and I lost a lot. I don't know why I sounded like I was about to cry. I lost a lot, right? And I lost some girls, I lost some relationships. I wasn't even able to hang out with my friends the way I wanted to. That's how you know who your real friends are, because they'd be like, hey, let's go out, let's go eat, let's go do this, and I'd have to tell them like, no, I gotta study. And I would have much rather loved to go out than study electrical conductions of the heart, but it's something I really wanted, and I couldn't afford to fail. I sacrificed my body. There's no way that I could try all these good habits. Going into this school, I was like, my main priority is school, and then I could have maybe another extra habit. And so like the first month of school, I was literally like on Ramadan. That's a whole different story. I'm gonna make a whole different video if you guys want on that, but there's a lot of things I sacrificed. And actually I gained weight during Ramadan, believe it or not. More of the story is that you gotta sacrifice, man. There's things you're gonna lose, there's things you're gonna gain. When you're locked in, oh man, bro, like I don't know how to explain it to you, because now like I'm just realizing it like a couple days ago or last week when I graduated, man. Like I didn't feel anything. I just felt like I couldn't believe it ended. But like now that I'm talking about it here in this video, I didn't even know what I was gonna make a video on right now until I decided to make a video on this. And I'm kind of getting emotional a little bit, because it's like I really worked hard. A lot of times I'd commit to something and then fall off. I really locked in and I really put in work for this. And honestly, what pushed me through is I knew my personality. I knew my personality type and how I learned. I think that's very important for you to know. Like what some people put on their bios, like the ENFP or ENFJ or INTP, like know that. I know they make you do it in college or in high school, whatever like that, but when you lock into something, when you focus on something, you're like, I'm gonna do this no matter what. Forget the girls, forget the phone, forget the social media, forget, even my body, forget all these things. I'm gonna lock into this because I know this is what's important right now. You learn a lot of things about yourself. You start to learn about yourself, and that was part of it. That was even something as small as that. And what honestly kept me going, celebrities or famous people or motivational speakers, like you think they're dragging it when they say like late night, early mornings. But honestly, bro, that's what it was. That's really what it was. Like sometimes I'd be staying up late at night studying. I'd wake up really early just to study. get my thing in, and then I go to class early and study some more. Like, it tested me. I think that was the first time that I've done something and I've actually been scared of, like, I don't know how this is gonna play out. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna give it my all. And that's exactly where you should be. Where you don't know how it's gonna work, you don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're gonna put in maximum effort. You're gonna do all you can to make sure that it does work. The advice was that you guys know that David Goggins is my biggest inspiration and that he's a smoke jumper, and so me graduating got me one step closer to being that. Being that vision, and then having the fear of failure and me just, you know, failing and quitting. Having that fear was really what kept me going, what had me staying up late, what had me waking up early. Basically, what I'm gonna tell you guys is that, right, like how I always say, I said this in my last video, write a hit list of your goals. Randomize it. Like, I saw a video, write 101 goals that you have in your life in the next 10, 20, 50 years, right? Like, I have basically my milestones, my 101 goals, and I don't even have 101 yet. And then I have like my main ones that I have to focus on now, like currently, like either in this year or in the next 5 years. Graduating EMT school, being team leader, being in the top of my class. Those were like the main three. You start doing that, bro, and you start knocking them down, and then locking in, and then realizing and understanding yourself so that you know what you need to do and what to expect out of yourself to do that. And to know that you are going to sacrifice. There was a lot of times where I felt lonely. You could, like, I'm just alone, like I'm studying, I just come home, go to sleep, go to school, like work. The days that I was off from work, I was going to school, and vice versa. So I really didn't have any time. Make sure that most of the time that you spend is towards your goal. Because if you're spending most of your time slacking off, then that's the result you're gonna get, is a slacked off result. So make sure that most of your time in your day, that's the way I took it. I took it day by day. I'm not a schedule person. I'm not a person that writes down my calendars and stuff like that. No, I just know what I can do today, and today I gotta make sure that I spend most of my time doing this. Sure, I can slack off a little bit, maybe for 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes here, but in these 24 hours, I need to make sure that I spend 20 doing something productive, right? Most of it doing something productive so that I can get those results. Have an image of what you want to become. Knock down those goals, write that hit list. There, understand yourself, know what you need to expect from yourself so you can do that. And then have something driving you. You know, both. Have a fear and the motivation. Honestly, having competition with people. Having that goal of being in the top of my class, which I was not anywhere near top of my class. Being able to compete with such capable people, it helped me a lot. Don't be scared to make those sacrifices. Things that are meant for you will be there. Those girls that you lose, those relationships that you lose, those friends that you lose, don't feel like that time was wasted unless it's something that's not with your purpose, is basically what I want to say. If it's within your purpose and you lose something because of that, don't worry about it. God will send you something better. You lost that for a reason, because God is going to give you something better. That wasn't for you. Mad love. I really hope you guys like this video. I'm proud of this video because I really didn't know what I was going to make. I didn't have something prepared, but this video is from the heart, so I hope you guys appreciate it as much as I do. And that's pretty much it, man. Be your best self, work hard, sacrifice, and do your best. I'm rooting for you. Peace.